powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Jill Valley.
And I'm Dennis Bragg. Schools around the state are dealing with a multitude of threats made at every level of education today.
That includes those schools here in western Montana. Here's a brief rundown of the latest incidents from today. A juvenile male is in custody facing a felony intimidation charge, accused of threatening students and staff at Stevensville High School. A bathroom threat ramped up security at Loyola Sacred Heart High School in Missoula. The Missoula County Public School Superintendent addressed the current climate surrounding school threats. Plus, the entire Western campus in Dillon was evacuated today because of a bomb threat.
So we begin the details tonight in the Bitterroot, where that juvenile teen is in custody and facing a felony charge of intimidation for threatening students and staff at Stevensville High School. Stevensville
Police Chief James Marble said in a news release the FBI, the Ravalli County Sheriff's Office, and the Stevensville Police Department all work together to investigate this threat. He added there is not a threat right now at the school. Stevensville School Superintendent Robert Moore says administrators learned about statements made by a student potentially involving threats to other students in the school this morning. Moore said in his statement that they take all potential threats seriously. They immediately reported that information to law enforcement. They're cooperating with law enforcement. They are leading the investigation. At no time are any students or staff members in danger. Moore is urging people to report any concerns about threats made against schools in the district. He added in an email that they will take any statement that is potentially threatening seriously, even if it was made as a joke.
Back in Missoula, Loyola Sacred Heart High School was also dealing with a threat. On Wednesday, a parent reported their student had told them about threatening graffiti again on the walls of the boys' bathroom that had mentioned today's date. The school took action right away, sending out emails to parents and asking other students if they'd seen the same thing. From there, they took precautions. They called Missoula police and asked for help. Students were not allowed to arrive on campus until 7:30 this morning, and when they did get there, teachers and staff were checking backpacks at the door. They also had canine units sweeping the building for gunpowder and other hazards before students arrived and continuing after the classes had started. All the doors to the school were locked for the duration of the day.
We do have emergency protocols and train our teachers in active resistance training, lockdown procedures, but this was something that was new for us in terms of having those added safety precautions, and we have looked at our protocols and worked with the Missoula City Police Department and think that there's things that we can do better.
Schneider says the faculty and staff are very thankful for the positive response from the students and their families. Big Sky High School officials are implementing additional security measures in light of multiple threats this week, clamping the building down. They're only going to allow access to the school through one main entrance. In terms of security, extra officers will be continuing to added to the school campus. In the upcoming days, staff at the school will be required to review run, lock, fight procedures, and the school will be reduced to one single point of access for the entire building. That one point of access will be the main school entrance. All the other entrances will be accessed only by staff with a key. For students' well-being, there will be a statement made every first period describing upcoming procedures, and all students and parents will be given an opportunity to discuss what's going on at the school in forums conducted throughout the week. Officials said those forums are different avenues made available to students and important for their peace of mind through these trying times.
All of our classroom teachers from kindergarten all the way through high school are very well versed in how to help students talk about what's going on in their lives, have some frame of reference for it, and be a guide for that experience. So not only our classroom teachers, but our mental health professionals, our administrators, even our custodians and the staff who work in our lunchrooms are all focused on students having optimum success.
And the goal of Big Sky High School is to get students back to their normal schedule this coming week.
Missoula Sentinel students and staff participated in lockdown drills today. It's one of 8 conducted throughout the year. This one in particular was scheduled before the tragic events in Florida last week. The school will be practicing basic lockdown procedures that include remaining quiet and out of sight of any threat that is in the school. MCPS Communications Director Hatton Littman says overall the exercise was successful in preparing students just in case.
The school decided to go ahead and inform parents about it ahead of time, given that everybody's a little anxious and panicked, to make sure that people didn't feel surprised or concerned about it. The school did a great job talking the student body through it. It was a great experience and really positive for the school.
Sentinel also received a low-level graffiti threat in one of its women's bathrooms today. That graffiti was found midday and additional officers were called to the school. An investigation into who wrote it is ongoing.
MCPS Superintendent Mark Thane says students are holding a lot of the move here to try to calm things down. He thinks a culture change that denounces these threats amongst the student body could prevent them in the future.
We saw earlier this week students who participated in a walkout and a protest, and I think students are recognizing that they do have a powerful voice. I think they need to be appropriately engaged in the civil discourse, and I think they can really drive the change that is necessary with regard to the safe and inclusive environments in school.
Thane is also emphasizing students need to be proactive, and if they see something, to say something.
Students at the University of Montana Western in Dillon were evacuated after a bomb threat this morning. The chancellor telling us the threat was found written on a note in a bathroom on campus. They reopened that campus in the afternoon, but all classes and activities scheduled for today were canceled. They'll resume on Monday morning. More than 1,300 students are enrolled at that school. Moving to weather, a pretty quiet day, but that is going to change for this weekend. For more, let's toss it to Chief Meteorologist Aaron Yost, who has a look at our first forecast now.
That's right. This weekend we're talking snow across western Montana, and it is going to start for us really any minute. We've got this wave moving in from the panhandle of Idaho as we speak. Right now seeing partly cloudy conditions, mainly dry conditions in western Montana, but that will change. Winter weather advisory is in place through 5 p.m. Saturday for this first system. That includes the Kootenai Cabinet region and the lower Clark Fork region. We will likely see more winter weather highlights issued for that secondary system expected to move in on Sunday. That one a little more organized, better chance for widespread precip and definitely accumulating snow in that sense. I've got more details on the way.
Salute to Service is sponsored by Flathead Electric Cooperative, your not-for-profit member-owned co-op.
In this week's series, Salute to Service, we bring you the story of the Flathead Avalanche Center.
MTN's Jack Ginsburg shows us what the organization does in the field to provide important information for backcountry skiers and riders.
Horse as an avalanche specialist for the Flathead Avalanche Center. His typical workday consists of waking up at 4 a.m. to evaluate anywhere from 12 to 15 weather station snowpack data across the Whitefish, Swan, Glacier, and Flathead ranges. He also looks at data from other forecasters or the public to create a final forecast before heading out for the day.
So it's sort of a hodgepodge of information gathering of weather observations and snowpack data to compile a general broad-based avalanche hazard for our 4 mountain ranges within our advisory area.
After the forecast is done, Chris and his team head into the backcountry. They climb to a spot they feel represents the majority of the range. Once they are there, they perform a number of tests to determine the stability of the snowpack.
Based on the advisory and the problems that we deem are relevant for any given day, that helps us formulate sort of like a research question that we might choose to answer while out in the field.
The most recent problem in the Whitefish Range has been wind slabs that have formed from recent strong northeast winds that have settled feet of snow on top of a rain crust from early February. Bilbrey first dug a pit where you can perform the snow test, looking for inconsistent layers in the snowpack.
Once we've identified kind of our layer of concern and have a really nice excavated pit, we're ready to do a stability test.
The test that Bilbrey showed me today was called the extended column test, where the skier uses a saw to cut a block in the snowpack. Then they place the shovel on the snow, patting it down.
We didn't get a failure of the entire column during our test, which consisted of 10 taps from the wrist, 10 taps from the elbow, and 10 from the shoulder.
Typically, Bilbrey and the rest of the team do a number of other tests, but Chris said so far today is looking good for skiers.
As you can see, we have just a bunch of really light, great, good snow.
At the end of the day, Chris says the Avalanche Center just has one goal in mind.
Prevent the loss of life, limb, and property from human and naturally occurring avalanches through public information sharing as well as education to the community.
Jack Ginsburg, MTN News, Big Mountain.
Good reminder out there to pay attention to the Flathead Avalanche Center, of course the West Central Avalanche Center, especially with these changing conditions. It's tricky out there, so check before you go out. Coming up, Aaron is back with your wintry forecast for the weekend.
And officials are looking for clues as to who illegally released bison near Yellowstone National Park yet again. Stay tuned to KPAX.